This is actually, this ain't bad. You know what? This really ain't bad. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Mud, Sweat, and Gears. I'm your host, John. I got along with me today the Deeganator. We're out doing some promoting of the program that I'm developing called Disconnect and Discover. It's a program I'm working on to help youth basically put down, you know, cell phones, tablets, the gaming systems, and get outdoors more. Whether it's ATVing, fishing, camping, hiking, hunting, you know, just generally exploring the outdoors. Got some hunters. We just left Paradise Point, where I'm camped out. So we're just gonna go for a cruise today. Deegan's never seen Little Gillies Lake, South Coleman Lake, or Anima Nipissing Lake on the bike yet, so I'm gonna take him to experience that. We're just gonna make a quick pit stop at the truck here. Make sure everything's good. I had it parked where I had my camper, so obviously I'm a little on edge about it. But I did hook up my second trail cam, so if anything has happened, well, at least I'll have some footage. All the new subscribers. You guys are absolutely incredible. We're well over 800 now. That's just fantastic. So thank you very much. Please be sure to follow me on TikTok as well. I'm trying to grow that platform out as much as I can. That's going to be a bulk of where the program is going to take place. I'm trying to collaborate with some other creators and grow my team over there as well. Mud, Sweat, and Gears is already representing Saskatchewan now, which is awesome. I got a creator over there who's got my name on his van and driving around and promoting, so it's great. Well, the truck's still here. I see some fresh tracks. Doesn't look like anybody's messed with it. All right, everything looks good. So I think we'll head down to Anima Nipissing Lake first and then just work our way back. little bit about this program. Basically, I'm going to launch it in June of 2025, so next year. And anything that I obviously raise as far as gifts or donations, funds, etc., through whether it be YouTube or TikTok or whatever, it's basically going to go into its own separate fund, and it's going to go towards, you know, maybe some hiking gear, a couple extra small tents or whatever. It could even go towards, you know, a good quality used ATV for those kids that may not have one or access to one. Basically, I want to make it as seamless as possible for kids who want to disconnect and get outdoors, right? So if I can have everything pretty much that they're going to require and need, all they have to do is just show up, and I'll take them out. You know, if they want to go fishing, you know, maybe they don't have a fishing pole. Well, I can use some of the funds and go get some decent little fishing poles to have on standby for people. Right? It's all about getting everybody outdoors. And it's not even just really for kids. It can be for adults too, I guess. You know, there's adults out there that have a problem disconnecting, right? Putting down the electronics and getting outdoors. So right now I'm in talks with obviously my insurance company, because there is going to be some liability involved, that's obvious, and I have to obviously register and everything like that, and I have to let the town know, and hopefully they don't put the brakes on anything. I can't see it being a problem, but either way, if they do, I really don't care. I'm going to do it anyways, because I think that's BS if they stop a program like that. At the end here, before we head back to camp, we're gonna check and see if the stooge is still there. There's Island Lake entrance right there. It says no trespassing, but that's just if you're going in there and you're removing wood or items from the property. You're not allowed to do that. I mean, it's common sense, right? But if you're just going in there to have a little ride to get to Island Lake, or you know, going in there to maybe do some chicken hunting or whatever, yeah, you're good. I've never had any problems, and I mean, I've seen so many people back in there during the peak times at, you know, hunting season. Nice day today. It's going to be about 32, 33 degrees with the humidex. But right now it's nice and cool out. It's a nice little breeze. Sorry I haven't been on in a while and shot any new footage. I've been so crazy busy. Since the kids went back to school, I've been trying to get everything done and organized and arrange, and trying to find time to go live with you guys, and it's been very difficult. I'm not gonna lie, it's been very difficult. But we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. Thank you to all the commenters who are commenting their location, where they're from and everything. That's incredible. It's amazing the reach that I've obtained. And we're just getting started, really. This is only season 1. Wait till next season. Over the course of the winter, I'd like to throw together a group ride well in advance. I mean well in advance. Where I can have a lot of people come out and have some fun. That gives people plenty of time to, you know, plan it, clear their schedule, book some holidays, whatever. But we'll probably focus on that probably in the new year, January, February. We'll go live and we'll pick a date together maybe that works. And I'll create an event on my Facebook page and TikTok and everything else, and we'll just go from there. This is a very nice ride if you're new to ATVing. This road here, Anima Nipissing Road, it's very nice. It's laid back. It's not quite as busy, obviously, as Red Squirrel Road with all the traffic, but you do have to be careful and obviously stay in your own lane. I must say, I definitely missed tent camping. I will definitely admit that. It was so nice going to bed on the water, pretty much, right beside the water, waking up next to the water, hearing the loon, you know, that lonely loon. Oh, it was much better than sleeping in a camper at a gravel spot. You know what I mean? Get down to South Coleman Lake. I know last time it was a little tight getting in there. It's probably been, oh, I don't know, 3 months probably since I've been down there. It was one of my first few episodes that I shot. Checking behind me just to make sure there's no cars coming. For those of you who don't remember Little Gillies Lake up here, you'll love it. There's already a boat there, or at least there should be. There has been the last few times I've been there. So pay attention to the route I'm taking here, especially on the way back. I believe this is actually it right up here coming up. If you're heading towards Anima Nipissing Lake, you can easily pass it. You can blow right by it and not even realize. But we're pretty much there now. We should be on top of the world around this bend. Get the nice view. I imagine the landing, well, I mean, it is the middle of September, so who knows? Maybe it'll be decent, maybe not. Or it could be completely packed, who knows? Fall is in the air. Lots of beautiful colors. There it is there. That's the turn off there to Little Gillies. Tongue-tied there. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't caught anything out of there. I fished it twice so far. My father, who's up, he fished it once. He didn't get anything either. Yeah, there's tons and tons and tons of minnows. So even if you wanted to throw a minnow trap in there, be good for that. I imagine there's got to be something in there. I think my father said the deepest part that he marked was, I want to say 12 feet when he was out. So it's not a deep lake. It's not a big lake by any means, but there is a boat there, and it's a nice boat. It doesn't leak. So if you want to just get on the water for a couple hours, there you go. Bring a pole, bring a small tackle box with you, and you're off to the races. Maybe a paddle, I don't know, I'll have to check when I get there if there's actually a paddle there or not. Here's the top of the world view. Steep hill ahead. This has to be one of the most gorgeous views. Especially when, like earlier in the spring, when there's not so much growth, you can really see the lake. It's amazing. Not bad. Not bad. I know, you see the lake, bud? Pretty nice, eh? I gotta watch myself putting people on camera, unfortunately. But we'll get off and just have a quick little look. No, leave it running, bud. Just leave it running. Got lots of fuel I gotta burn up. So that's Little Gillies. That's Anima Nipissing Lake there. So you got a big boat launch. You got everything you need right there. I mean, it's great. And it's a huge body of water. Like, I mean a huge body of water. And parking space, I mean, parking space is nothing. You got lots of room, and people park up and down the main road all the time, especially during peak periods, holidays and whatnot. Yeah, it's crazy. So there you have it, Anima Nipissing. We're leaving. The old fire tower used to be up that way, but guess what? It ain't there anymore. My wife and I found that out. But according to the website, well, it's still there. Yeah, pieces of it maybe. Certainly wasn't nothing at the top of the hill when I got there though. I've always been curious about that trail, but I'm pretty sure that's private. I'm almost positive that's private. That leads to a bunch of cottages and everything. If you're lucky enough, you might get a campsite, but there's probably a 99.9% chance you're not going to get a campsite. So we'll go check on Little Gillies. I hope the hunters don't poke around my campsite too much. That's literally the only place they could be going. They didn't look too bad though. I brought all my important stuff with me anyways. And this would be it. Are you ready? All right. This trail's a little bumpy. I have to warn him because he's so bloody small and light, right? He's got to hang on for dear life when we go over a bump. You feel him bounce off the seat. It's kind of funny, but not funny at the same time. This one's not bad, it's just really rocky. You got some big rocks sticking out of the ground and just rattles your insides a little bit. Looks like it's been pretty well used though. I imagine the hunters are using it pretty heavily right now. I would have brought my firearm with me, but I already had to make 4 trips from my truck to our campsite just with the gear that we had. And that's packing like just literally bare minimum. Because I wanted to do strictly an ATV camping trip. I didn't want to take my truck in there. I didn't want to take the easy way out. And we've arrived. Somebody left the boat. Oh, I thought it was in the water. I was going to say, somebody seriously left the boat in the water? Come on. It should be flipped upside down. God, I hate when people do this. You know, somebody was nice enough to leave this boat here for people to use. At least flip the damn thing back up, side down, and put it against the tree. Yeah, we're gonna get off. I'm just gonna back up, bud. Of course, somebody had to have a fire like right there, right? That's all right. Move your feet. All right. Of course, it's got to be. Oh, it's got some water in it. So no paddles. Looks like someone smashed the hell out of it. That was not there. We're gonna do the kind thing, Sonny. And we're gonna put this bolt back. The water out of it. Watch yourself. I'm gonna go up there. Watch out. There we go. That's the way it should be. There we go. There's Little Gillies Lake. Like I said, it's not a big lake. It goes down that way a little bit, but it's not very deep, but it's got some decent structure. Like, you'd think there'd be something in here. I don't know. You'd have to try your luck and see what happens. But nice shaded spot. Perfect spot. You know, campfire. You might get away with a small tent. At least you'd be out of the sun. And on a day like today, you'd love that. All right, we're back out to the main road. Coming up to South Coleman Lake. This is one of those lakes that, again, you can easily pass because there's actually 2 trails. It should be coming up. It kind of doubles back on itself. The trail. Hopefully it's not too grown in. I gotta keep an eye on the cars behind me too. I think this might be it. Oh yeah, there it is there. It's not horrible. There's nobody coming. I'm just gonna go up here because there is a hill here and I don't want someone flying up when I'm trying to turn around. So I'd rather do it when I'm looking down the hill and I can see that way. So that's one. It looks like a trail, but it's not. It's just like a small little campsite area. Oh, can we? I guess we're gonna find out. Again, another nice shady trail. It's a little tight, but hey, if my 1000 can get down here, you shouldn't have a problem with your machine. I wouldn't suggest bringing a side-by-side down here. You'd probably get down, but you ain't going to be able to turn around and get back up. You'd have to come back up in reverse, and this is not the nicest of hills at times. It's rocky and steep in some parts. And to try to turn around, well, you guys know how that is when you got a big machine, right? This is where you got to make 14-point turns. Not the way you'd like to, but hang on for a sec, bud. I'm just trying to turn the bike around. There, now we can just back right down into the little hole. Perfect. Look at that. Put the brake on for good measure. All right, let's check out South Coleman Lake. He's all excited. He's never been to these lakes with me yet. That was the Deeganator I took with me. So again, another beautiful body of water. I've never fished this lake, so don't ask me what's in it. I couldn't tell you. But it looks like over in the distance, right over there, looks like there's a campsite. Looks pretty clear there, and I think I see a fire pit and maybe a clothesline. So yeah, I mean, if you got a canoe or a kayak, perfect lake for you. Just get out and explore and check it out, right? Well, this is South Coleman Lake down Anima Nipissing Road, just south of Latchford, Ontario, Canada. For those wondering. All right, so there you go. So there's 3 lakes. I do want to check out one more path. It looks like it's been, I don't know, I guess you could say half-assed maintained, at least from what I can see. At least the first few hundred feet anyways. So we will see what happens. It's actually down the trail where we're camped, but instead of branching off, we're going to go straight. So any fishermen and hunters and whatever, if you're wondering where I am, where this location is, you are allowed to hunt. This is an old provincial park, and I did get confirmation from a CO officer that yes, you can in fact hunt. You have to look up, I think it's WJB or WB Greenwood Provincial Park. I'm sure there's a sign coming up soon enough. But it's just south of Latchford. It's approximately 2 to 3 kilometers south of Latchford, Ontario. And you turn down Anima Nipissing Road, and it only goes back for about 8 kilometers until you get to the landing there at the main lake. But there's a few trails that you can definitely hit up for sure. So be sure to check them out. take a quick little cruise across the highway there and just check the main parking area and see how many hunters are there. I was there yesterday morning, and yeah, there was about 4 or 5 vehicles in there, so hunting season has begun. There's that other path there that leads to another campsite there. That's the one where people like to leave their garbage. Which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. You guys have already seen Island Lake as well. It's a very heavily fished lake in the wintertime, I'll tell you that much. Island Lake is definitely one of those hidden gems. That's the sign for the park boundaries here. WJB Greenwood. There you go. There's the park boundary. I don't even know if this really means much now because, like I said, it was a provincial park that was abandoned. Basically a failed project. A failed takeover, whatever you want to call it. So now it's actually owned and operated by Finnelson Point Provincial Park in Temagami, Ontario. So I assume that they just send a crew up every once in a while to check the trails, maybe, you know, cut the grass here and there, but that's about it. And it's free. So you can't beat that. All right, we are almost out to the highway here. Let's see what Ebenezer is up to. I know he's been, I don't know how many notices he's been served with, but we're in the middle of September and he's been here since May. But from what the CO officer said, he can't enforce the 21-day rule with him because technically he's on a provincial park. So they have to enforce it, which they did, but he obviously didn't listen. And I don't even think he's even here. I really don't think he is, because when I came in yesterday, like, he was nowhere to be found. If he plans on staying there till the snow flies, well, he's gonna have fun. And I'll be quite shocked actually if, and not only that, I'll actually be pissed off if he's there that long and nothing's done. Like, you know, obviously he needs some help. So the government should pull their thumbs out of their asses and get him into a shelter or something. how busy we are today on the highway. Oh, we got one coming way back. We're good that way. Let's go see how many people we got. Maybe we got nobody. The other day, last week or the week before when I came in here, I've never seen so many workers working on the pipeline or whatever they were doing. We got nothing. Not a soul in sight. Not a soul in sight. Huh. Well, all right. That is surprising. Well, let's go for our traditional little putt. I know Deegan's gonna say, Dad, why didn't you go that way? At least there's some water in here now. This was dried up a couple weeks ago. There was nothing here. There's still barely anything. But I know it makes his day. It's all about the kids. We got a little bit more water here today, this time. This used to be up to the floorboards beginning of the season, but that goes to show you we haven't had too much rain. I mean, we have had rain, but it comes in spurts, right? Like right here. This is actually, this ain't bad. You know what? This really ain't bad. Wow, that's over the floorboards. That is very over the floorboards. That wasn't bad. Did your feet get wet? Good. That's how you know you're having fun. Duck, Sonny. There's that big rock. Oh, there's another one. We'll just go up here and turn around. I imagine he's almost ready to have some lunch. She's getting a little warm out, so I imagine a cool off is in order. I'll probably go for a swim. Did you like going through that? I wish you guys could see the smile on his face ear to ear under his helmet. It's priceless. It really is. I'll go back through it again. But we won't drag you guys along again through that. We'll meet you at the other trail. Alright, here we are back at our entrance to our campsite. We're gonna see if this trail up ahead here actually continues straight just going to bottleneck and choke down to nothing. Gotta watch the other ATVers. I imagine they're gone already, but you never know. Hopefully they're not hanging out at my campsite. So our campsite's over there, but we're gonna, I guess, see how far we can get going this way. I've never gone this way before. It could lead to nothing. It could lead to a fucking hole in the ground for all I know. It doesn't look like it's been well used, that's for sure. Hey, maybe this is another hidden gem, right? She's a bumpy one. My little man ain't gonna be happy with me about this trail. As long as I don't have to cut anything, because I didn't bring my chainsaw with me. I do have it, but it's back at the truck. I was trying to take stuff back to the truck to minimize my back and forth trips tomorrow when we leave. Because little man's got to get back to school. I promised him one more camping trip, so I had to fulfill my promise to him. Well, we don't have to cut, but we're going to have to go over this, and I'm going to have to move that one. And it looks actually not bad up ahead. Give me a sec, bud. I'm just going to get this maybe out of the way. If it doesn't weigh 800 pounds. Oh my goodness. How about we just do this? Give ourselves maybe an area without popping the damn tires. That's a long ass tree. I wonder if I can get it up. Watch your head, bud. Get it to go straight or break. Oh, see what I mean? The one day I don't bring my chainsaw, the one day, and I get fucked. Well, hop and pray. There we go. Cut my knee, all this shit. Damn it. Whatever's at the end of this trail, better be worth it. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, we got some moose tracks and some bear. Wow. Oh. Sorry, bub. Oh, shit. Oh. All right. Campsite. Oh, damn. And that leads to, I believe, another one. Oh, look at the ducks. See the ducks, everybody, right in front of us? This is like a perfect migratory bird hunting area. Look at them coming in. Put some decoys out. Boom. Ho ho ho. That is awesome. All right, we're back to the main trail. That was a pretty cool spot. That is a great place to disconnect and discover. Let's see if anybody's at our site. I love the colors. Just, you know, middle of September, and we already got the beautiful colors. Mind you, it did get down to like +1, +2 overnight for probably about, I would say 4 or 5 nights. Kind of staggered a bit, and it was crazy. And then it gets to a high of like 30. And no wonder the flu's already started going around. Like, it's crazy. So being that I seen those bear tracks, that might have been the bear that paid us a visit last night. Because we had one. We could smell it and we could hear it. But it's so dark out here, I couldn't see nothing. And I really couldn't have been bothered to turn the light on, and you know what? There was nothing out there he could hurt, so I wasn't concerned. Knock yourself out. But I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy day to tune into another episode of Mud, Sweat, and Gears. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on TikTok. We're trying to reach the creator level. And we have big plans for this Disconnect and Discover program that we're launching in June of 2025. So thank you for all your support. It really means the world to us. And until next time, ride safe, ride smart, look after one another, and we shall see you on the trails. Thanks for watching.